That's the good thing about presenting twice. I can recuperate my iPhone, which I left here. So taking now my other hat on, so as I already said, I'm digital asset lead within ING. I have been working on the stablecoin project for 3 years, but while the new management will be in place and will issue the stablecoin, I will remain within ING to offer the various services towards the banks, so that towards the end clients, so that banks can service their clients and can provide the various tools that they would need to have indeed a seamless customer journey. So from that point of view, I was also happy to hear SAP, to hear all the others, because those are all components in the whole ecosystem that indeed make life easier for companies then to actually use stablecoins and to reap the benefit of blockchain. Now, first of all, a little bit of a promotional thing. I started in 2017 in the blockchain ecosystem within ING, and we already did a lot of things. So we created a whole platform for banks to share or to trade collateral with each other, a platform which is still live. We had compliments from Vitalik Buterin by adding a privacy component towards the Ethereum by creating a zero-knowledge proof to demonstrate that certain things are being validated or that certain things happen without revealing certain private information. As mentioned, I'm board member of Finality since 2017. I was there present to create an interbank settlement system. We worked already on a digital asset safekeeping solution. And now the cherry on the pie, we created the Euro Stablecoin Consortium. A little bit of a promotional thing of ING, sorry for that. There will be also some repeat into my presentation, sorry for that, but it will be now more from a banking perspective, what banks can offer. Why did ING fully go into DLT? Not only because of the payment industry, but also for the wider market. And let me share a little bit with that. The intention is, or the vision is, that everything will be tokenized at a certain point in time. Not only payments, but also real estate, bonds, enabling assets to send me your Lufthansa, my Lufthansa shares towards you from a peer-to-peer point of view. You can do that with tokenized, enabling parties to invest in things that you cannot invest in now. A windmill park investment or something like that. Private debt, private equity that you can invest in that will be tokenized and put onto the blockchain for parties to have access to. So the intention is, or the vision of various consultants is that everything will be tokenized, and as mentioned, a payment lag is necessary. The stablecoin market reaped, they increased. It was not used only for remittances, it was not only used for cryptocurrencies. You now see corporates making use of that. You see a lot of USD. The intention is that within a couple of years you will see 20% of the stablecoins also in Europe. Important for us to go into this space was regulation, and that is maybe important to mention. We mentioned MiCA regulation in Europe. We do not only in Europe have a regulation. The benefits of blockchain will be there when the whole world is on the blockchain, when the whole world is providing these kind of innovative solutions. And we had already Switzerland in 2018, Singapore, Japan, the United Kingdom, now also our little orange friends, and Hong Kong getting the regulation in place for all the various parties, not only the European parties, but also other parties around the world to be present in there in a safe and regulated way. Now, which kind of assets can you expect from banks? And I'm speaking as ING, but all the various banks that are in the consortium have the same mindset, to provide the same banking services towards our clients as we currently do, but now on blockchain. Which kind of banking services do we provide? We provide access to the payment network by doing KYC, by onboarding them, and by providing them an app. We store the values in bank accounts. Your money at the bank is safe. The intention is to keep that safe also on blockchain. You provide that with a payment means, commercial bank money with cash. We provide you with investment means in financial assets. You can invest in securities, you can invest in other kinds of funds, etc. We enable you to borrow money. As a corporate, you can issue a bond, we provide you with loans. And we enable you to hedge you against risk that we see in financial markets, FX risk, etc., interest rate risk, etc. The same things we want to provide as ING, as the other banks, also on blockchain. We provide you with a wallet, we provide you with a custody solution to store your private keys safely. We enable you with a payment means. A stablecoin, the intention is also to tokenize our deposits. That will take more time, but in 5 to 10 years, we definitely see a world where banks also provide a tokenized deposit. A stablecoin does not bear interest yield. It's not allowed by MiCAR. A tokenized deposit can then provide the interest yield as you currently have on your bank account. So we definitely also see the need of, next to a stablecoin, as an easy transfer of payment, to also offer tokenized deposits, which can be used for more corporate wholesale payments where you also have interest rate. And then the programmability, that solutions, we are willing to help you with that via stablecoin, via smart contracts. Then, access to other tokenized yield-bearing instruments, tokenized money market funds, tokenized private debt funds, etc. We also want to do that, and helping you to finance yourself. You can finance yourself with a bond currently, you can finance yourself with a loan, you can also put that on the blockchain and have it in a secondary market where people can trade your tokenized bond. So also that, and then the hedging, also there we want to continue to play the role of market maker. First focus was indeed, and this is reiteration, first focus was on providing the stable means of payment. We see that as the anchor point. If that gets adoption, then we develop the various other services on top. This will take time, but okay, within a year or two, we anticipate that we have all these services there. Now, zooming in towards a use case, towards a cross-border payment use case, reiteration, the slow, the expensive, the risky, the limited transparency, the error prone. Okay, we already had that. Let's now zoom in a little bit at current situation of a European payer having an, and this is not the right slide. Yeah, anyway. A European payer wanting to send euros or wanting to send money towards a Japanese payee. You work with a bank account, you have your bank account in Europe, you have your bank account in Japan. That needs to be connected. You can do that via correspondent banks, which takes time. You can do that via MasterCard, which is expensive. The solution of blockchain is that indeed you work with an address on blockchain, an address with a European bank that is holding your private key, and that easily offers you with your European stablecoin. So you have your money with your bank, you swap it towards your euro stablecoin, you have it there, and you send it towards your Japanese supplier. That Japanese supplier now has two possibilities. Either they use your euro stablecoin and to pay it with other parties, or they swap it into Japanese stablecoin via a market maker. So there are DeFi solutions there. Banks can act as a market maker. So you can then swap your euro stablecoin towards a Japanese yen, and you can, via your bank, off-ramp it directly to have then access towards actual Japanese yen. You can use the big promise of blockchain is that you keep your stablecoin on-chain so that you can pay with your stablecoin towards other parties. If you want to have access to actual money with parties that do not have a blockchain address or access towards the blockchain, then you can off-ramp it. So the services that banks can provide is on the one hand the custody wallet. They can provide you with easy on and off-ramping and with liquidity. They can help with FX swaps, that can also be done by other parties. They can help you with programmability features, and they can also help you with investing in yield-bearing assets. Because as a treasurer, it's important that your money, which is sitting in your bank account on your blockchain address, generates yield. So the intention of banks is also to provide yield-generating assets, tokenized money market funds, etc. Now, is a cross-border payment the only possibility? And what was not what I also wanted to highlight on that slide was that as mentioned, this actual use case we want to do with the Camino network, so we are in contact with them, and parties that want to experiment with it, for example, MTS, yeah, they can use our stablecoin in a POC phase for now, so not in an actual usage, because we do not have the license yet. And the intention is also to connect this, so your blockchain address, towards solutions which are provided by SAP, for example. We are also doing proof of concepts, pilots with SAP, where we then are in connection with other consortia and other currencies. So ideally, all the various components in the industry who currently play a big role into your treasury system will still play a role, but they will enhance the service that they provide to you. Now, multiple use cases, as mentioned, the cross-border use case is one. SAP provides then the linkages to us via their digital currency hub. We already see Stripe and e-commerce already offering use cases in with stablecoin as well. But other use cases with regards to cross-border payments, or that you can use it for corporate treasury. And financial, MTS, they are using stablecoins to easily swap it from one account of their entity towards another seamlessly 24/7 with as limited cost as possible. So also corporate treasury use cases can be used for stablecoins. Global payroll, we are in contact with various payroll providers like Dell, like Remote, who are already using stablecoins to easily pay gig workers who are in Kazakhstan, who are in other currency zones where it is very costly to receive your salary. So global payroll is definitely also a use case, next to then the programmability, where I also added Camino again. You could easily also put Camino here in the middle. That is a little bit my presentation. Just to say, we're happy to experiment with you because the feedback of clients is super important to tweak our services to make sure that they are as strong as possible. So happy to experiment.